Director of Professional Outreach for the Foundation Fighting Blindness, global leader in driving retinal degenerative disease research. I am really excited about tonight's Philly Forum. We are going to be showcasing a Philadelphia area event called Philadelphia Vision Connection during the session this evening. I do want to let everyone know that we are recording this session, and it will be sent out as well as placed on the Philly Forum page. If you'd like to visit that page, you can visit fightingblindness.org, select the For Eye Care Professionals tab, then click on Foundation Forums for Blindness and Philly Forum. On the webpage, you'll find a list of our founding members, some of which we have here today. You'll find a list of all of the professional resources that have been highlighted over the last year and a half through Philly Forum and all previous recordings and sessions. We encourage you to share Philly Forum with other professionals and anyone in your network who may be interested in learning about this group and gathering. The Philly Forum occurs once a quarter, usually in a virtual manner. And the goal is to showcase resources in Philadelphia and surrounding areas. Our next Philly Forum will be in August, and we will make an announcement when that date has been decided. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the agenda for this evening, and then we'll kick things off. We're going to be hearing from Dr. Ranju Prasad to start off today's meeting. Then we'll hear a presentation from Shannon with the Foundation Fighting Blindness and Amy with Septa. We will have some time for questions after they're finished with their presentations. And then we will invite anyone else on the call who would like to share any updates, local events, and if you would like to introduce themselves during the resource roundtable towards the end of the session. I want to, as always, thank our founding member team. This team has pulled together these forums for the last year and a half and then some. So Dr. Prasad, thank you. Laura Swatko, thank you. Beth Deering, who unfortunately isn't able to be with us tonight from Vision Link, thank you. We appreciate all the work that you do behind the scenes and at the forefront to make this meeting come together every quarter. So without further ado, Dr. Prasad, I'm going to turn the spotlight over to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I'm really I really enjoy these forums because it's really great to showcase the resources that are available here in Philadelphia. I've always said that there's there's a lot of us involved in taking care of patients who are blind and visually impaired, and it's great to have a platform for everybody to come together. So just a little bit about me. I'm currently providing low vision services over at Wills Eye Hospital. I work very closely with Vision Link, which is a nonprofit organization here in Philadelphia. Beth Deering unfortunately can't be here with us, so I'm also on the board of them on that organization. So I'm going to speak a little bit about their resources. I work over at Wills Eye Hospital, work very closely with the wonderful providers that are there, provide low vision care to all levels, all patient populations, different vision levels, different diseases. Comprehensive low vision evaluation consists of like a full functional assessment with refraction, checking the prescriptions, device assessments, and then most importantly, the referral to resources and resources and services. So that's where an organization like Vision Link comes along, where they're a nonprofit based out of Philadelphia. They provide numerous services, programming, training. They have vision rehabilitation specialists. There's technology, someone who does technology training and assessments, orientation and mobility. And then they, just like their name, they've got connections with resources all over the city of Philadelphia. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dr.
Yeah.
Prasad. I'm sorry, were you all finished? Was there anything
Yeah,
else?
no, 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 I was done.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction.
yeah.
All right, Shannon, I'm going to hand the baton over to you and let you talk about Philadelphia Vision Connection.
Hey, I'm going to share my screen all. Let's make sure that this happens right. Bear with me here. I'm going to try to do this. Can you see my screen? And can you tell me if you see my screen and if you see all yourselves on there or if you see the full presentation?
The full presentation.
Okay, thank you. So I'm excited to announce that we're having our Philadelphia Vision Connection this June on the 18th. We will be at Wills Eye Hospital. They are going to host us. I'm so excited to have them be a part of this event. This will be my second Vision Connection. I am the community manager for all of Pennsylvania, Southern New Jersey, and part of Delaware. So we had our Vision Connection in Pittsburgh and it was a huge success. So I'm excited to bring it here to Philadelphia with a little different twist because we have the Philly Forum in Philadelphia. We do not have one in Pittsburgh. And because of the Philly Forum, we were able to make some great connections and really truly bring the community together for this event. Let me see. Uh-oh, it's not transferring. Let me see if I can get to the next. Oh, go back. Oh, hang on, guys. It won't let me go backwards here. Let me go back. Let me go back this way. There we go. Okay. What is the Philly Vision Connection? Our Philly Vision Connection is going to be an educational series that we are running. It's going to have a presentation where you'll hear from experts on blinding diseases, clinical trials, and about genetic testing, low vision rehabilitation, and coping with vision loss. Community engagement. Sometimes we use this for our kickoffs for our vision walk. We're not going to be doing a whole lot about the vision walks, but we are going to be talking about support and treatments, and we are going to be talking about the importance of fundraising in order to move our mission forward and have these educational series. We will have an interactive Q&A during the event. Our featured speaker is Dr. Polito, who is a board certified ophthalmologist and director of the Bauer Labs at Wills Eye Hospital. He's a former Mayo Clinic professor. So we are really excited to have him join us as our speaker on inherited retinal diseases. Why is it important? Where did we start? What are we going to learn about? So the beginning of the Vision Connection, we'll just kind of start off with a little history of FFB, which is basically where we came from, where we started. We were started as the Retinitis Pigmentosus Foundation was funded in 1977 by Gordon and Lily Gund. They've created an amazing foundation of research it started out with, and today we are fast forwarding to we now have over 270 retinal causing disease genes identified, 93 grants funded globally since 2023, 96 investigators, and 70 to 71 institutions. We have $954 million raised for retinal research, and we are on the forefront of moving the mission of inherited retinal diseases forward, which is to find a cure for all of them at some point. We are excited that we have doing all kinds. Bear with me here a second. I got to move. Okay. We have 45 plus clinical trials launched. 80% of total expenditure spent goes into research and public health, which is huge. That's a huge number. And it's all because of the work of our volunteers and our scientists and everybody moving the wheels on the bus, as I like to say, forward into finding a cure for inherited retinal diseases. We did talk about Dr. Polito a little bit already, but he is going to be our first speaker, and we are excited to have him speak and talk about inherited retinal diseases. Our next speaker is Rebecca Scipio, I think I said that right. She is also at Wills Hospital. She is a licensed genetic counselor. She will be talking about genetic testing and how she works with our MyRetina Tracker. MyRetina Tracker is a genetic testing program that we have at the Foundation Fighting Blindness, which allows you to be tested for inheritable retinal diseases free of charge. So all of that is free of charge because of the funds that are raised in our fundraising. Then, as you heard from Dr. Prasad, she will be speaking on behalf of the Low Vision Center and technologies and devices available to support individuals with visual impairments. And then we will go to our last speaker, which would be Beth Deering, who is the Chief Programs Officer at VisionLink. She will provide us an overview of VisionLink services and resources available to individuals with low vision. So as you can see, we have a rock star line of speakers that are going to be there that night to put on an amazing program for us. A case for fundraising. Why do we fundraise? We have our walks and we have our Raising Our Sights DIY fundraising. We have our corporate sponsors. We have our grants team who writes grants to get us funding that way. Because if we don't have those funding streams, then we won't have our successful programs. So fundraising equals success. So we do have 45 plus chapters. We have our community outreach, which is through our Vision Connections and education. So the program that we will be putting on at Wills Eye Hospital cannot happen without the fundraising component of our foundation. We have the MyRetina Tracker program, which we talked a little bit about, which will be talked about at the Vision Connection. That program would not be able to work without the funding streams. We also have Visions, which is our conference, an education conference. And I'm really excited. This new one is that we are launching on May 17th. So if you're interested, let Michelle or I know, and we will send you the registration link for our national webinar, which is going to be on mental health resources. We are launching a program for mental health resources. You will find the mental health resources on our webpage. We've partnered with Alma therapists. So the journey of navigating vision loss often brings emotional challenge, making mental health an essential part of overall well-being for somebody living with an inherited retinal disease or low vision of any sort, really. So there's really been no program to combat mental health in the low vision field. And the Foundation Fighting Blindness has taken the lead role with this program, and we will be kicking that off on May 17th. But all the mental health resources, you can find them on the Foundation Fighting Blindness.org website, and you can go through the resources. I encourage you to click on them. There's quite a few different ways that you can look up. There's the advisory council, there's therapist resources, there's the list of Alma therapists that have partnered with us. There's our partners and organizations who are helping us fund this program. So again, it kicks back to the fundraising equals successful programs. And of course, we can't have our grants and awards that goes out to our researchers without our fundraising stream. Well, thank you all for listening to me talk about our upcoming event. I hope that you'll all attend. We will also be having some resource tables in the room too. So we encourage you to invite anybody and everybody. This is generally for our communities, for them to come in and learn about their specific IRD if they have questions and whatnot. So thank you, Michelle, for letting me showcase our Vision Connection at the Philly Forum this month.
Yeah, Shannon, thank you so much. I am looking forward to participating. I'm going to be coming up to Philadelphia from South Alabama so that I can join this event, and I look forward to getting to meet some of you in person that I haven't been able to meet before. I think that, one of the things that we talk about through our professional outreach efforts is the need to be able to provide knowledge, community, and hope to patients and families as they go through their personal journeys with vision loss. And I see an event like this as bringing all those pieces together. You'll hear about some of the research that's underway. There are a multitude of different therapeutic modalities being investigated to find treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases. The community piece will be really collaboration through this Philly Forum and all of you that have participated and have local area resources. So if you have been participating in Philly Forum, we want to bring that community in. We hope that you'll join us. Connect with Shannon and I to learn about how to get a table set up or whatever you need. We want the whole community to participate and be there so that everyone's aware of all of the wonderful resources in the Philadelphia area and beyond. And then, the hope piece. And that's really through the research and also allowing individuals with inherited retinal conditions with the opportunity to get genetic testing to clearly identify their clinical diagnosis. And the Foundation's My Retina Tracker program offers no-cost genetic testing through Prevention Genetics, no-cost genetic counseling through Informs DNA, and also has a patient registry called the My Retina Tracker Registry. So you'll hear about all of that and more. So we're really excited to have Dr. Prasad presenting, Dr. Polito, Beth, and Rebecca, the whole team there, in order to share and showcase and highlight all of the wonderful stuff that's available to the low vision and blind community. Shannon, one piece I didn't hear is the time. I know you mentioned that the event will be hosted at Will's Eye. Can you share the time of the event?
Yes, I'm sorry. 5 p.m. on June 18th at Will's Eye Hospital. We'll be up on the 8th floor.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And if you have folks that you would love to invite that have vision loss or who are blind from any sort of condition that may want to join but are concerned about how to get there or need some assistance with transportation, we have Amy Raphael here tonight to talk a little bit about the offerings through Septa. So Amy, I'd like to invite you to take the stage and tell us a little bit about some of the resources that you have in the way of transportation.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Raphael. I'm a occupational therapist with Septa. I've been there for 9 years. There's 2 OTs on staff and 1 staff certified occupational therapy assistant. I'm going to share my screen. Can everyone see my screen? It says Septa accessibility. Okay. All right. Okay. So just real quick about Septa and accessibility. It's now almost 35 years since the ADA was passed, and Septa has invested over $2 billion in improvements for system accessibility. That means accessible vehicles, services, and facilities that's supported with training, technology, and organizational innovation. Septa's goal is to enable people with disabilities to travel independently on fixed route public transportation, which fixed route just means public transportation on a fixed route. There's an elevator hotline that we recommend people call before leaving the house. There's more than 100 accessible stations. 100% of fixed route buses are accessible. Accessible stations have a wheelchair symbol next to the station name on schedules and maps, and that's how you can identify them. 1 second. Not advance. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'll just do it this way. Hold 1 second. I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm just going to, I don't know I'm having technical difficulties. I'm just going to talk. Am I still sharing my screen? Am I still sharing? I can't tell if I am.
And Amy, I'm sorry, I can't see your screen to help you. So if somebody
Oh,
with
okay.
vision
Yeah,
can,
it's not shared.
Okay, that's all I do. So I just wanted to talk about a few different programs. I'm sorry that my screen won't advance, but I'm going to talk about there's a few different programs. There's the reduced fare program, and that allows SEPTA riders with any disability, physical, cognitive, psychological, vision, to take SEPTA at half price. That requires an application. It's a one-page application that they would bring to their healthcare provider. There's different requirements. There's different things that they can check off. It doesn't have to be just one thing. And so it's why they would qualify for reduced fare. You are recommended to make an appointment to go to 1234 Market Street or to Suburban Station to get a reduced fare card. And again, that allows you to ride any mode of SEPTA at half price. There's also the shared ride program. So that is for Philadelphia area residents, 65 and older, to take a shared ride on it's on a paratransit vehicle. And I'll get to paratransit in a minute. The shared ride program, it allows any Philadelphia resident for door-to-door services to get from where they need to be picked up to where they need to go, door to door, on a shared ride vehicle. But it will only go within Philadelphia or 3 miles outside of Philadelphia city limits. There's also seniors ride free for any resident 65 and older. They can get a senior ID card, again, by going to 1234 Market Street, which is SEPTA headquarters, or to Suburban Station at the Accessible Travel Center to get a senior ID. And the only thing you need to do for that is to bring in your identification, driver's license, or any form of identification. And finally, there is paratransit. So paratransit is mandated by the Americans with Disabilities Act. It requires any public transportation agency to provide door-to-door services. So it's the same vehicle as a shared ride service. And that does require an assessment. So that's the same thing, door-to-door. That will go anywhere that SEPTA goes. So if you're being picked up or dropped off within 3/4 of a mile of a SEPTA stop, any SEPTA stop, it will go there. You have to make a reservation 1 to 3 days in advance, and it requires an assessment done by an occupational therapist. So it would be me or one of my colleagues. We provide transportation on paratransit that is offered. You're also welcome to get your own transportation. It does require an application that is a little bit lengthy. I think it's about 12 pages, but it's a lot of check marks, and it's partially filled out by the person applying for the service. So it used to be called CCT, now it is called SEPTA Access. And the application process, if it's a physical, cognitive, psychological, or vision diagnosis, we will do an assessment for that. Again, we provide transportation. We're asking what is preventing that person from being able to take public transportation. So if it's a visual diagnosis, there is a there's a paper on the application just for visual diagnoses. That's asking what is the applicant's corrected visual acuity, confrontation field results, do they use any mobility aids? If yes, what type? Are they legally blind? And again, what is preventing them from being able to take SEPTA fixed route? And all SEPTA buses make route and stop announcements. So that's important to remember. And could the applicant use a bus or ride fixed route without assistance? So those are the 4 things. And then if someone is interested in travel training, we do also provide travel training offered by occupational therapists or occupational therapy graduate students. The number to call if you're interested in travel training is 215 580-3335. And travel training, we will take someone on the system, whatever they are. We will travel train anyone who needs it. If they're new to the city, if they are unfamiliar with Septa and uncomfortable taking Septa, we'll travel train them. So that's my spiel without my PowerPoint. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Excellent, Amy, thank you. I will open up for questions. If somebody with vision can help, if there are any, if there were any questions that were entered into the chat, if you can assist with that, that would be great. Amy, I do have one question. Is there a fee associated with any of the services that you mentioned?
Yeah, that's a great question. So with reduced fare, it's half price. So taking the bus, full price is $250. It would be $125 to take the bus. With regional rail, it would be whatever the price can range from, I think, 6 to 10, so it'd be half of that. Seniors ride free, it's free. Shared ride and paratransit will always be $4.25 each way. You are on paratransit, you can take a personal care attendant with you, and they will ride for free.
Excellent. And is that something that runs throughout the day? For example, if somebody wanted to attend this evening event that might be from 5 until 8 p.m., are there limitations on the hours of operation?
That is a great question. It mirrors SEPTA's schedule. So if you live near a bus stop that runs 24/7, it'll mirror that schedule. If the closest stop to you, if you live in the suburbs and the closest stop to you is a regional rail stop that stops running at midnight, then it'll stop running at midnight. And as I said, you do have to make the reservations 1 to 3 days in advance. So that does take away some of the spontaneity. You can't just decide last minute that you want to go see a movie. You would have to plan that 1 to 3 days in advance. If you have a doctor's appointment, I do recommend to applicants for paratransit that they are not considered late until 21 minutes after your scheduled pickup time or drop-off time. So doing the assessments every day, I do warn people that paratransit does tend to run late. They try their best not to, but we can't control for things like traffic. Sometimes, unexpected things happen. And so if you have a doctor's appointment or something that you have to be at a certain time, we do recommend you reserve on the earlier side of things to make sure you're there on time. And they will only wait for you for 5 minutes once they get to your door, and that is a strict 5 minutes. They will leave after 5 minutes.
Good to know. Thank you. Okay, are there any questions for Dr. Prasad, for Shannon on Vision Connection, or Amy on Septa?
Well, I have a question for Amy. Is there any fees for the travel training?
Another great question. The travel training is free. The only cost associated is the cost of the fare to ride on the system. I should also mention where we do the assessments is in Suburban Station, and the Accessible Travel Center is what our office is called. In our office, we have a mock subway platform that has truncated dome. So if someone with low vision comes with a long white cane, they can practice how that would feel, and also practice going over the gap between the platform and the vehicle. We have a bus in our in our office with a ramp, and we also have accessible we have accessible turnstiles to practice going through that as well. And then we can travel train within our office, and then we also travel train on the system as well.
And do you require individuals to have orientation and mobility training beforehand for those? No.
No, I will say that with travel training, I orientation and mobility specialists I consider them the experts for low vision travel training. We have had orientation and mobility specialists come to our office just to use it as a resource. So that is also, if there are O&Ms out there who would like to use our office as a resource, that is also something they're welcome to do.
I've had patients who refuse O&M training, but if I can mention that Septa provides this from a safety standpoint, they probably would consider it.
Yeah, the only thing I will say is we are, our priority right now is completing assessments. And so those are booked up about a month in advance of travel training right now. We might be able to fit in, if anyone's interested, we'll try to fit in before a month in advance, but it might be about a month before we'd be able to schedule it at this point.
Yeah. And Amy, would you mind, or Michelle, if we could get the phone number sent in the emails?
Yep.
Those two, that would be great.
Yes, Amy, if you will send me your contact information, I have your email address, obviously, but the phone numbers that you highlighted,
Yes, and you're also welcome to email me as well. I can share my email.
That'd be excellent. And what I'll do is send that out to the Philly Forum members, and I'll also post all of that information on the Philly Forum page so that it's available in multiple areas. I think it's really neat that you have the mock-up, right, of where an individual, especially with vision loss, can go, and it's less intimidating to know that you're going to be in a safe, controlled office environment.
Exactly.
Going out on the transit. So
yeah, which we're a few blocks away from McGee Rehab Hospital, and so we have people coming who have like a new spinal cord injury or traumatic brain injury, might have a new mobility device. So exactly how you said it, it's really great to practice in that low pressure environment before getting out on the system where it's very stressful for the first time. So being able to practice makes a big difference.
Wonderful.
And Amy, I think I may stop by for a tour.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
That might be, Shannon, that might be something for our folks too. Some sort of tour would be good at a local level. All right. Any other questions thus far? All right. Well, once again, Dr. Prasad, I want to thank you and the team at Will's Eye for hosting our Philadelphia Vision Connection and for all the work that you've done to help pull this together. Amy, we're excited about the collaboration with Septa, and thanks to Laura Swatko for introducing us to you and your team. I think that this is going to be a really excellent community event, and I want to encourage all of our Philly Forum members to reach out to learn more. We'd love to have you join. I'm very much looking forward to meeting everyone live and in person on June 18th. So looking forward to a really excellent event, and more to come on the event. I will be sending information out when I send out the recording of this session so that you'll have it. And of course, if you have any additional questions that come up after this meeting, please always feel free to reach out to me, and I will get those questions directed to the appropriate team member. Okay, so for the next portion of Philly Forum, we are going to do Resource Roundtable. We did this last month as well towards the end of our session, and this is an opportunity for anyone on the call to speak up, introduce yourself, let us know who you are, tell us about your organization, or if you've participated in a previous Philly Forum and you have any updates to share or any upcoming events, we welcome you to highlight those. I know we have some members that participated in Diabetes Day that we highlighted on our last Philly Forum. So if anyone wants to give a little update on how that event went, sounds like it was a really wonderful day, and we're excited to be able to help support that effort as well. So I'm going to go silent and just open up, and please speak up and hop on in if you want to say anything or say hello to the members of the team here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this is Glenda Such.
Hey, Glenda.
Hi.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well. I had a stroke, but I'm okay. Um, which I was really lucky. I wanted to just mention Low Vision Now to people. It's a support education and information group, and we have members in 10 different states. I wanted to mention them because we have a meeting on June the 7th, which is the speaker is going to be Dr. Erin Kramer, and she's going to speak about the Meta Ray-Ban glasses and how they work for the people that are visually impaired. So I just want to let people know that they're welcome to attend. And you can find out information about how to join by going to lowvisionnow.org.
Linda, can you repeat the date?
The date is June the 7th.
June
It's the
7th.
first Saturday in June. And of course my phone's talking. Yeah, and it starts at like between 12:45 and 12:55. I say those times so people will be ready by 1. Which is when the speaker usually starts. And if you go to our website, again, lowvisionnow.org, you can see there's past recordings. Last month, we had David Goldfield speaking about AI with the visually impaired, how it's going to impact, and it is impacting us. I want to also share the phone number for the group if you want to call and find out more information about us. The phone number is 484 566 3619. I'll do that again. It's 484 566 3619. 3619, yes. And a woman will answer that and talk to you about our group. She's a very enthusiastic person about. She used to be a school counselor who's gone visually impaired.
Excellent, Glenda. Thank you for sharing. And if you would like to, this is Michelle Glaze, if you would like to email me information about that June 7th event, I can share it as well in the email follow-up with the recording of this session. And I'd also be happy to get you and Low Vision Now added to our list of professional resources. So
Great.
Yeah, if you'll send that to me, we'll get that shared and updated.
Okay. Also, on July 12th, our speaker is going to be Dr. Joanne Perlstein, and she's going to speak about the potential effects of visual impairment on friendships and relationships. She's a licensed psychologist.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The Meta glasses are, I mean, I feel like they're everywhere. You know, there are a lot of different presentations and it's a very big topic of conversation. And I have not tried them yet, but I've spoken to some folks who have, and they sound really remarkable. So
I'm getting a pair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Pearl Vision, which has a little section devoted to them, and going there and ordering a set. This a little backlog, but not much.
Excellent.
Well, given they're like, between $299 and $329 in most places, but that's if you don't have a prescription lens putting in, and then the price goes up. But I mean, they're remarkable. They're a game changer, actually.
Well, thank you for highlighting that that webinar and discussion, and share that, and we'll get it out to the team members here.
Good.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to hop on?
So, Arslan, are you there? Can you speak about Diabetes Day? If he's still.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, guys, I'm still off camera since I'm not at my desk, but I'd be happy to provide an update on Diabetes Day. So for those who haven't met me yet, my name is Arslan. I'm a first-year medical student, actually at Georgetown down in DC. I had the opportunity to volunteer at this event, which Michelle mentioned, called Diabetes Day, which is actually something that started at Wills Eye Hospital a couple years ago, and it's designed to be an annual free screening event to identify and raise awareness about diabetic eye diseases, such as diabetic retinopathy, for example. So Diabetes Day is an annual event, and it has actually grown. It started at Wills Eye Hospital, and this year it was also being done at Temple and Penn. And next year, we're looking to grow it even beyond Philadelphia as well. So we were very grateful to Michelle and the whole FFB team, Dr. Prasad, Beth, for allowing us to have the opportunity to spotlight Diabetes Day at our last Philly Forum event, which was back in February, I believe. And Diabetes Day was the last weekend of April, so just pretty recently. And we had a really wonderful event. It was great to go back up there and volunteer. A lot of participants this year. It's definitely growing each year, and we're definitely looking to build on that growth in the coming years as well. So very exciting stuff. We also had the opportunity to spread the word about Foundation Fighting Blindness and Vision Link. We were able to get both of their logos on the back of all the volunteer t-shirts that were being given to everybody who participated that day, as well as having their logos represented on the welcome board when you sort of enter Wills Eye Hospital. So it was a great way to spread the word about these wonderful organizations as well, and just a way to reciprocate, I guess, the gratitude for being able to spotlight Diabetes Day at last Philly Forum. So very grateful, very thankful to have this opportunity to work together and to continue to work together. And it's really wonderful that the next Vision Connection will be at Wills. That was all I had on my end. Dr. Prasad, did you have any other updates you wanted to share from your experience at Diabetes
No,
Day?
I volunteered. I actually was up on the 12th floor with 2 other doctors, and we were refracting the patients. So it was very busy, but it was a great event. People were very grateful. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the opportunity. But Arsen, can you also mention about how April 26th is Diabetes Day proclaimed by the governor? Or there was a proclamation, right?
Yes, this was something that was just done this year. They officially recognized April 26th as Annual Diabetes Day in Philadelphia, which was really cool to see it get that official recognition. And it's definitely just a sign of the continued growth, definitely looking to expand it, for next year as well. And just great to see how much it's grown in just the last few years. It's a very young event itself. So we're really excited with the momentum that we have and looking forward to building on that.
Well, we were thrilled to be able to help showcase and highlight it. What a great event. And the team seems to have such a great energy and synergy and lots of excitement around that event. So I'm glad that it is growing. And Arsen, we appreciate you and team spotlighting the foundation as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right. Anyone else want to hop in?
I'll fun. My name is Kerry Gottlieb. I represent the Pennsylvania Link. I do what's called person-centered counseling, which is a tool to help people who are going through transitions in their life. I work at the Philadelphia Corporation for Aging. That's where I'm based. And if one is going through some type of transition and they need more than a quick phone call, I am readily available. It's available, it's free of cost, and it's for people 60 and older or individuals 18 and older living with a disability of any sort. That's it. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Do you want to share? I don't believe that we have your contact information up on the page. So if you want to send me any information that we can highlight, I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
This has been great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Laura Swatko is on the call, but I don't know that she is in a place where she can hop on to say anything. So on behalf of her, I would like to showcase Blind Institute of Technology. They recently received a large grant from the Department of Education to help with expansion of their academy. And the Academy is dedicated to helping people with disabilities, especially vision loss, really gain the skills needed to create opportunities to be gainfully employed in professionally rewarding careers. They do partner and collaborate with a number of different Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 100 companies, large industry partners, and they are currently recruiting apprentices to go through their various programs, and then they're working to get those apprentices placed. I am not a spokesperson for Blind Institute of Technology, but I think it's important to highlight them to our community. If you are interested in learning more about the work that BIT is doing, please feel free to reach out to me and I can get you connected with Laura Swatko. Of course, you can also visit the Blind Institute of Technology webpage, and it is featured on our Philly Forum page. But a lot of wonderful work going on through Blind Institute of Technology. Mike Hess, fearless leader of BIT, is part of our community, has vision loss as well, and is just doing a lot of work to create opportunities for our community. So just wanted to highlight, Laura, if you want to speak up, if you have a moment to, please feel free to, but I know that you're not I don't think that you're in an area where you can talk if you're on the call. So just wanted to spotlight BIT.
She just thanked you.
Okay, sure. Okay. Anybody else want to hop on and highlight anything, mention any upcoming events, say hello, anything like that?
Michelle, it's Laura.
Oh,
Thank you for that.
There you go.
I'm
Sorry, I hope I didn't pressure you to speak up. I just wanted to highlight BIT. So
no, I'm in a little different position. I'm actually nursing a back injury, so I'm on my back, everybody, and not my best voice when I'm laying on my back. But anyway, I wanted to say that actually Mike is doing a presentation tonight. There's an organization called the Bright Side Community. It's a it's somewhat of a support group, but it's also full of information. And it's a nationwide group started by a young woman up in the Boston area who has Stargardt's. And anyway, Mike is presenting tonight at 8 o'clock. If anyone were to want to listen in to his presentation, they can, or if they would like more information on Brightside, I don't have it handy, but Michelle, I think, we could get that since it is a nationwide support group. I think it'd be great to share it. And I don't know, have you spoken to them about maybe presenting in one of the next Philly forums, since it is a national group?
I haven't spoken yet to Heaven about presenting at a Philly forum, but I have talked to her about presenting overall. But I can certainly send in, if anybody on this call wants information on Brightside for that presentation tonight, if you'll email me, I can get that stuff over to you.
Yeah, and I don't know if it'd be something for this group, but just something to think about, because I think different types of support groups are always beneficial for our community and come by, especially a virtual one. They do Mondays at 8 o'clock, so the timing is really great for many people.
And is that 8 o'clock Eastern, Laura?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Okay. Any other questions, comments, thoughts?
I think adding this section is really good, Michelle.
Well, I'm glad. I think it's great to have everyone just kind of pop in. I mean, we've had a lot of presentations, and I think it's nice for everyone to be able to introduce themselves and share any upcoming events or updates. And we've had some new folks hop on and, have an opportunity to say hello and make introductions too. So happy to do these resource roundtables. And I think that it will become a staple part of the Philly forums moving forward. So as always, we appreciate appreciate all of you. We appreciate our founding member team. We hope that you'll join us for our next Philly Forum, which will be in August. Just again, a few dates. We are hosting, the Foundation Fighting Blindness is hosting a mental health summit this weekend on Saturday, the 17th. If you'd like information about that, I can send that over to you. And then we hope that all of you will join us for the June 18th Vision Connection. As always, we appreciate the collaborations. We appreciate the local resources and national resources. And on behalf of the Foundation Fighting Blindness, we appreciate you joining the Philly Forum. So keep an eye out, pun intended, for the recording of this session and additional information that was shared during tonight's session. Again, if you want to check out the Philly Forum, you can visit fightingblindness.org, select the For Eye Care Professionals tab, Foundation Forums for Blindness, and then Philly Forum. We hope to see you all in June, and thanks again to everyone that presented and helped with this meeting tonight. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.